establish themselves as a unit. I think it's really important to make sure, I mean, the preparation towards this game is been crucial. I think the players obviously did acclimatize, having been in Southeast Asia. Maybe it's a little bit hotter from where they're coming from. I just think it's key that you got to face yourself in the first 30 minutes, and once you get that going, usually you'll be surprised how you end the 90 minutes.
So start relatively comfortable and slow, is it? Is that the way?
Not really. I just think you gotta measure yourself. Some players could actually go and do really well in this climate due to their conditioning, due to their weight, due to their physical approach, and due to their preparation in especially for both the sides who are just, well, one side hasn't started their league, the other has just started their league. So yeah, it's still early days in everyone's league, so players are still getting to their best conditioning shape.
It's a Yangon United side who drew to a piece in their Group F opener. Did that match give us any indication of whether Yangon can return to that sort of form we saw a couple of years ago?
It's not easy. I just think you gotta look game by game. I think sometimes you ask teams who's been successful, they'll tell you that they never knew they were going to go that far. So I think it's crucial that you measure yourself in the first game and see what you can get out of it. It's important for the home team to try and get the result. I think that's where most teams will be looking to try and get 3 points at their home games and try and sneak a little point away from home.
2017, the second year of this AFC Cup, when they introduced the zonal format, Yangon did brilliantly to finish top of their group. They reached the knockout round where they narrowly lost 6-5 on aggregate in that ASEAN zone semi-final, and you remember who they were up against. It was Ceres Negros. Last year though, we expected all sorts from Yangon. We expected them to make a similar impact, but the Myanmar National League Giants, they won just 2 games in the group. They suffered 4 defeats. They bowed out at the group stage. But one thing they can take heart from last year is that they beat the winners of the AFC Cup last year, can they? And they were the only team to inflict a defeat on the champions as well. So the first ever time these two sides are facing up head to head in this AFC Cup. Barfo just making his way onto the pitch. Really good pacey forward, and a really good outlet for Yangon United, who have signed the poster boy of Myanmar football in the off-season in 1-1 win. Raider gets the handshakes, the big Liberian referee. Didn't mess with him standing there. Quick look at the team news for you then. It's 4 changes in total for coach Tim Wong-Tun from the 2-2 draw with Ho Chi Minh. Some more recognised players making an appearance, notably Min Chio Kant and Zimin Tun, both supporting 1-1 win, and Ernest Barfo up front. It looks to be a 4-2-3-1 formation. Confirmation of Ali Raider officiating today. And look at that Lao Toyota team news for you. Japanese coach Jun Fukuda. His name's an unchanged 11 from the side that lost to Hougang United last time out. It means that captain Goran Jerkovic leads the line once again with support from Laresio and Suksavan Somsanit. Lao Toyota continue to line up in what looks to be a 3-4-3 formation. Just set the tone for this afternoon for us, Stanley, will you?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the average age. Lao Toyota, 19 years at average. Incredible. And not Yangon United, not bad as well. 23 average. Just shows that the teams around this region just trying to make sure that they are trying to build some players coming through the youth Maybe not the competition you want to do that. Maybe might be the competition you want to do that. Depends on what the club management targets are for the tournament.
Formerly managed in the Mongolian League before joining the side from Vientiane. As the two teams huddle, what do they say in the huddle, Stanley?
Various things. That was quick. I think that's just go out, have some fun, work hard, because they do really work hard in training. This is the day you strut your stuff. All that hard work's got to be paid on that 90 minutes football match.
So Laos currently on no points, looking to chalk up something on this Group F table, but they have a tough test ahead of them. It's Yangon United who get us underway, kicking from left to right. And an early touch for playing centre back along TP Hồ Chí Minh. And for the run of Tun. Sort of control it nicely, he did, but offside. And already looking an understanding of the shapes of these two sides. Hero forming a defensive trio at the back for Laos Toyota. And we'll take this free kick. Such a big dominant figure up there for Laos Toyota. Say giving the ball away. Win just threading it out wide, and here's Tun, who's got pace to burn on the right hand side. Back to Tet. Watch out for that combination on that right hand side, as also keep an eye out on the partnership on the left with Min Chio Kant and Win. Here's Chio Kant to On. Short. First touch of the game for Chio Tet. For Tun again, it's Barfo who miscontrols it. Cleared by Hero. Tun nicely back to Win. Win will just sit in the base of the Yangon United midfield and just dictate play for the Lions. Jokovic forward to Suksavan, intercepted by Shaw.
Well, it's a decent little start here from Yangon. I know it's only 2 minutes, but you could see stability, but not mistake from the superstar.
Yes, with a strike from distance.
Early on, dropping really deep, trying to get involved early on, get a lot of touches, but maybe just losing a little bit focus. But Lazio got that opportunity, always rising, got hit the ball too much, leaning back.
30 years of age now is Lazio. Barfo should win this. Certainly repeating the pattern of play that we saw last time out in the home game against Ho Chi Minh City. Yangon settling on the ball nicely. His name outside him is Tet. Barfo makes a run in the middle. Here is Barfo, led to the edge of the area. And a break now for Laos Toyota. It's on to that. Continuing out the base here, and it's Barfoot with a cross by Norihiro.
Well, that was crucial. Norihiro reading the game. Because Bafo, like you just mentioned, turned on the afterburners. That's where you need that centre backs to be in the right distance. And that is absolutely the right distance because Norihiro could stretch, block the tackle. That not only that, he wins the ball back, cleverly earns a foul. Bafo really lively. I like the movement that he's made to anticipate Zanitet's cross, just maybe a little bit behind. But Yangon just starting to open their strides.
For the SC. Yes, Baka for Zimbinton. Yang just trying to turn it around the corner. You can see the combination play already that Yangon United are setting up the Zimbinton and Wang Win bombing down the flanks.
Yeah, very much. I just think Zanitet and Mincho can, on the left and right as a fullback, have that little chemistry. They've been building this chemistry for years now, especially down the left as you mentioned, but it's how Mong Rin moves according to different times, different play. He likes to drop deep as a second striker. Then he just allows the left fullback to make that run really late. Sure, Law Toyota has seen that happen numerous times.
Suksavan, Djokovic, let's go all up front for Lao Toyota. Djokovic losing out. Win for Bartho. Norihiro mops it up and threads it out to the right hand side. The SEO doesn't combine on that occasion. It's been lively so far, the Brazilian. Shuri. Given away by Shuri to Fitha. So back and save. Clear by Sandala. Could be an interesting battle here between Goran Djokovic and Ernest Stanley.
Yeah, I just think Lao Toyota have done a little bit of work now. We've seen a couple of times how Lazio picked on Mong Rin when he dropped a bit deeper, trying to play the ball out from that area, the defensive third. And now you saw that ball from Morata Shori being picked off as well. So they've done a little work just to try and anticipate if Yangon were to play out from the back, where's the next pass? And they kind of have picked off that pass pretty well. There you go. Great indication.
Goes long. So crossed by the Frenchman Yusuf Bamba. Zanitet's throw, Shuri. Win just losing out, but it's won back by Zanitet. Ernest. Min Chokant. The outside of him is Mong Wang Nguyen. Shuri. Really nice passage of play by the Lions. Nguyen, look at the run that Zimbunton has made, but it's come wide to Zanitet. Name. Zanitet. Susav just gives it away back to Win. Buffet. He's big and strong as Buffet there, and he's got runners. Play by Bamba.
Well, just going back to that play right before this foul, it was Zin Min Tun who played that ball to Zanita. That just shows that Mong Wong Lin and Zin Min Tun perhaps just playing almost like a free role in that attacking to just pick up spots where it can cause a lot of trouble to Laos defenders, but then also allowing the fullbacks to venture forward.
CEO all feeds it nicely. Goran Djokovic! Oh, he should have done better. 3 yards out. And the skipper for Lao Toyota has pushed that ball somehow over the bar.
Well, I like the vision of Suksowan Somsanin. Prior to receiving the ball, he's already seen the movement from Djokovic. Lazio driving with his left foot, waits for that little space to thread that little beautiful pass. And then Somsanin on the outside of his right foot, beautifully on his laces. You expect Djokovic to bury this. No, don't know if he's going to get an easier chance than that. Never settled, but he's got to expect more from himself. That's a sitter for me.
Ernest. Neutral Kant on the left of him. Turn. Fancy there. Whites of his eyes lit up there to Zimbabwe. Perhaps could have been better suited for a cross there. It's lively from both sides into the 12th minute here at the Tawana Stadium. Side should be ahead, courtesy of their skipper Djokovic. Sure. Zani Tep is in Muntoon, who's having a lot of joy on this right-hand side. Balfo comes close. It's going to be intercepted. Really well won by Kant. Free kick.
Well, again, this is just about 2 against 1. Just feeling Lao Toyota just sitting really deep. But still, Yangon are finding that space down the right-hand side, if we've seen through both the fullbacks, Zanitet and Min Chor Khan, both, or maybe a couple of crosses already in the first 12 minutes. So if you're going to sit deep, you've got to frustrate opponents. At the moment, Lao Toyota is trying to pick off in the attacking third, try and sneak a goal, off a mistake, force a mistake, but defensively, I think Yangon are managing that. Offensively, I think they've already smelling that they could perhaps create 2-3 good chances here in the next few minutes. Well, that's decent defensive play from Lao Toyota. As you can see, Pitak was just trying to pick off any of those passes if he goes to the middle. And then they were forced to go through the sides, from right to left. And good little pressure there from Saison on Mong Mong Win, forcing him really deep. And he's got nowhere to go.
It's led to the first corner of the game here for Yangon United. A chance for Ernest to get forward. Disappointing from Hougang United. It's better from him. Savant has gone down, maybe taking an elbow. That's what he's suggesting.
Yeah, I mean that's a tough one for the referee because sometimes players react not knowing that behind them their own teammate's been hit by their own teammate. Just trying to get the best out of it.
Elsewhere tonight, Hougang United of Singapore take on Ho Chi Minh City in the other game in Group F. Meanwhile, here's Zani Tep. Hougang. It's broken to Zani Tep. He's looking for Bartho. And David Sandala comes out to claim the ball.
More referees got the decision right. Saison could have not moved his hand anywhere.
Referee just try to flick it off. Bamba just cleans it up. It's proven to be a good forward. There's Ernest Bartho at the moment. Here he is. Again, takes it nicely on his chest, cuts it back. Is that handball? It's the opener! And Yangon United, through Ang Cho Nang, have taken the lead. It's been coming for a while and it's fully deserved. Yangon United won, Lào Toyota 0.
Well, we didn't expect that it's going to come from the crosses. This time it just came from a good, well work. Barfa just really strong. Just admire how he took it in the chest despite the pressure from Ernest. Just cushioned it. Actually, the pressure came from Shori. And then Sean Naing just makes sure he puts it on target. Beautifully done. Because I think anyway, if that had not gone in, that would have been called for a penalty.
To the Lions, who would top the group on 4 points ahead of Hougang United's second game, which kicks off in Singapore a little bit later tonight. Here is the goal scorer on the left-hand side. Ernest Bartho just saunters into the area. Hougang is outside him. Work to do there for the Frenchman. Brought down. Look to try and counter quickly. Tim Minton and Hougang swapping flanks. Stanley.
Well, again, if there's one man who can lead this team back, searched them. His last year down his left-hand side. He started really strong. He's forced a lot of errors down his right-hand side. He's a left footer playing on the right, very inverted. He's already caused a bit of damage.
Yusof Bamba's gone forward, as has Norihiro. Almost got on the end of that Lazio corner kick. Saison. Watch the work that 1-1 win puts in this afternoon. We'll try and cover every blade of grass. Can't. Can't find near side 6 of it. With a nice little turn and wins a free kick for Law Toyota.
Well, nice little work here from Law Toyota. I think it's a unit defending really well, making the area really small. Momo Win not finding his way out. Good pressure, and I like Pitak's positioning. He's always one of those who are trying to anticipate any loose pass, any loose first touch. But here it's all about Jerkovic just being able to hold as much as he can till maybe he had a bit of support and forced a foul on him. Good little play, that's what you need from your big man up front.
Saison, right-footed. Norihiro, Kawakami, Yusof Bamba, all patrolling the edge of the area. It's delightfully put in, and a good punch by Chozin Tet. And 1-1 win has a chance to get into action. A Yangon United counter-attack. It's near side, only Tet screaming for it. Can he reach it? Can he reach it? He can't. It was the right idea.
Well, they'll try and trade that ball anytime they can. As soon as they see it, they'll play it. Because that's exactly how Yangon goes forward really well. And again, it's that right winger playing the right back.
Buffett does well to bring the ball down, but it's cleared by Norihiro. Going charged down, Buffett might fancy a shot here. Still Buffett, 1-1 win on the edge of the area. To Minchor Kant. That's Buffett on loan rather from Chebab Ganzia. Minchor Kant's throw. Saison. Shori. Zani Tet. Ahead of him is 1-1 win. Turn on 1-1 win will be available. Offside again for Simonton. Now for 25 minutes played here at the Duwana Stadium. It's the Lions that have the lead through Hougang from 6 yards out. Good work from Ernest Barfo. Could have been so different though, as Jurkovic notched the ball over the bar from, what, 3 yards out? It would have given Lào Tô Yo to an early lead. Forward by Norihiro. The Brazilian Lazio. Goran Jurkovic just entering into the penalty area. It's out wide to Ceres. Bamba. It's given way to a Lions counter-attack here. Here's Barfo. The wind screaming down the centre, but it's gone slightly out wide to Long Cho Naing. Shuri pointing where he wants it. Here's Nguyen looking for Barfo, cleared by Bamba. Shuri losing out to Jurkovic. Need some attention here for the RCO.
I think what will worry Laos Toyota at this point is the fact that every time Yangon has gone on the break, on the transition after them going forward and then losing possession, Yangon has done really well. They've just got to fine-tune that little passes going to those right and left hand side of the pitch, usually to Zin Min Tun or Mong Mong Win. And I think they'll create more chances, and that's where I think Laos Toyota got to worry about. How do they manage that attack? How do they manage the transition from attack to defense? Because whenever Yangon tries to build up from the back, I think Laos Toyota has got it correct. I think they've been managing very well. The shape's been good. The defensive discipline has been really good. But it's when they go out in the attack is where I think Yangon has found themselves on transition in a lot of space to attack Laos Toyota.
Go along here, Sukdavi Sandala looking for Jurkovic. He wins the header but can't guide it towards Laosio. Goran Jurkovic, who's played for Buriram United, Bangkok Glass Army United in his career. Stanley would have seen him when he played for Negri Sembilan, but back in 2016-2017. Closing chores in depth. Laosio ahead of him. Showed too much to Ernest. Here's Sue Savath. They're ahead of Norihiro. Cho Naing has made a lovely run into the area. One win is there as well. Here is Naing. Naing back! The superstar Mong Win, who makes no mistake from a couple of yards out, and Yangon United turning the screw here at the Tawana Stadium. They lead by 2 goals to 0.
Well, it all happened on the transition. Laos United just perhaps trying to launch their own bit of attack. And then Bafa with a really strong play holds the ball. And this is pure vision from Anchanai, who's just got himself on the score sheet, but then sees a very open Momongwin. And then Momongwin, all he needed to do is make sure he got a touch to it. Beautiful play on transition, beautiful play on counter. They'll be proud of this goal, Yangon United.
Still only 24 years of age is Momongwin. Formerly of Anthrowadi United. Really established Myanmar international. It's looking comfortable for Yangon United. Don't forget they drew 2 apiece here last time in match they won. They had the lead then as well, albeit it was 2-1 up against Ho Chi Minh City. They managed to claim a point after the first half goal, but over half an hour gone here, and Yangon United adapting to very familiar conditions here in the Tawana Stadium. And they lead by 2 goals to 0. Simonton. Momongwin gives it away to Laos, but there's control lets him down. There's the goal scorer. Zani Tech brings it down wonderfully. Cleared by Bamba. Win. Saw a gap. Susavat. There's you. Ahead of him is Saison. Saison looks up, looking for Goran Jurkovic. It's an important header there by Ang. Goes on for a corner kick. It's now Toyota's second of the game. Experienced Chorzin dead in goal, organises his defence as Goran Jurkovic, Norihiro, Yusuf Bamba make their way forward into the 6-yard area. It's 6 forward for the team from Vientiane. Norihiro just on the penalty spot. Susavat also there, goes up for the header. Naing's clearance. Still forward, be a problem for Laos Toyota if the ball comes back quickly. Here's Momongwin. Jurkovic. Goodness me, how costly that. What looked on the face of it, Stanley, to be a fairly simple chance for Laos Toyota early on. It's cost them, hasn't it?
Yeah, I just think football is a game of 90 minutes. You can kind of summarize it at the end. Yeah, I had this chance at that. It's the process. I think what Yangon has done really well is they've identified certain areas of weaknesses and they've pounced on it really well. Laos, as you see in this position, exactly what you're seeing right now on the pitch. I think they're set up not too bad.
Simonton. It across the face of goal. Saison. Sayson forward, looking for the Asio. It's a lovely first touch and he'll win a free kick.
Well, I just think Lazio and Djokovic needs to be working around a little bit more closer. And whenever Lazio receives the ball, he must be able to see a little link play. He must be able to imagine that he could combine with Djokovic. I think that's perhaps one of the way out for them to try and create a little bit more.
Sayson just goes down the line, but the Asio left footed into a dangerous area. Bamba was the target.
Well, Min Chokan has gone down, just holding on to his abdominal area. Sayson has been that was dirty. He could have got himself a red on that. That is intentional. Been on the receiving end of one of those, and I always feel that a player of such attitude should be red carded. No two ways about it. Because if that's gone through his ribs, he might not be even able to continue. I think he'll be okay this one. He's got away with it. But it's just the intention of putting your starts through someone.
Pressed by the visitors though. Tony Tet looking for Munjur Khan to. Looks good. Morata Shori. Tick tick on.
That's a great example of Laos Toyota when they actually work as a unit. I think Yangon did really well, still holding possession, but at the end, they had to put the ball in the end. It becomes a 50-50, so that's job done from Laos Toyota. When Yangon does not go on a break, as you're seeing right now.
One win, looking to thread Ernest Bafo. Yeah, didn't quite come off as he expected.
Well, I like what he did. He wanted to play the ball as early as he can and give Bafa a chance for a race. Just a bit too close to the goalkeeper. Not a bad way to go about.
Just showing how big and strong he is. It makes a real big difference when the ball goes up top, Stanley, and the ball sticks. And those players for the Hougang United to regroup around him. Well, that's it. Haven't put in a bad performance in this opening 39 minutes, but they find themselves 2 goals down. Goals from Ung Cho Naing and Mong Mong Win on 18 and 30 minutes respectively. Both well-worked goals though, to be fair, both coming from crosses from the right-hand side. Zintek. It's a lovely ball. Zinminton trying to get there ahead of Suktavi Sondala. A real whack to the face there, I think. Sukdavi, just there. When they click going forward, Stanley, Yangon look really impressive.
Yeah, I just think they know their strengths. They've had a bit of feel in the first 10-15 minutes of what Law Toyota and how they've set up, and clearly they've identified that they can hit on the sides. And we've seen a quick throw in. Barfa doing really well. Still looking at that little cushion on his chest. Makes a huge difference of being comfortable when you're under pressure in tight areas. Being able to thread the ball back into a dangerous area. And then I think the second goal speaks volume of the kind of composure they have when you give them space. I think they'll be proud of the goal because it's a team goal. It's not just about the goal scorer. It's not about 2 or 3 individual players. It's about the team being able to identify the spaces that Law Toyota were giving them, and they punished them really well.
There's the goal scorer on the half-an-hour mark. Mong Win. Can't afford to take the eye off this one. They drew 2-2 domestically over the weekend. They drew 2-2 in match day 1 against Ho Chi Minh. Ercio, oh, that's going to hurt. A card for Min Chor Kant. How do you read these, Stan?
Yeah, I just think players gotta just stop showing the starts. I think that's really dangerous play. That's a foul. He got the ball, a lot of the ball, but you can hurt opponents. You can be at a receiving end if that rule is allowed. It's not allowed purely because you can be a receiving end as much as you want to show starts to someone, and it's dangerous play. He's not happy, the Brazilian. I can understand why, because that's he's a good left back. I like him, Min Chor Kant. I think he combines well with whoever who plays down the left-hand side. Further ahead of him, most likely and most times is Mong Rin.
Goran Jurkovic just orchestrating matters here as Laesio stands over the ball. He'll leave that though, looks like for Saison Kunsaman. 4 in the wall for Chio Zintet. Saison will have a crack at this. Nicely brought down by Ang Chor Na-ying. There's 1-1 win. Laesio getting himself back, keeping the ball in. How can Law Toyota get the Brazilian and Goran Jurkovic more into this game, Stanley?
Well, I just think whenever they've picked off Yangon playing out from the back has been their best. So if you identify certain situations where the opponents are weak at, then you got to work really hard on that. Force them into a tight area, force them into a pass where you can anticipate. And Laesio has been really good. I think he's had a solid 45 minutes.
Here he is now on the right-hand side. He's looking up for Jerkovic. He's forced to come back. Here's Manalom. Minton has got himself back and forced the play back into the Law Toyota half. Norihiro. Bamba. For Jerkovic, but it's too long, and Chio's in tap. Picks the ball out. Into the final minute of the 45 here at the Tuana Stadium. 1-1 win. The coach of Yangon, and Jun Fukuda, the head coach of Law Toyota. What are you saying to your charges at half-time, Stan?
Well, I'll actually look at the few positive things, because you're down 2-0 in this heat. The last thing you want to do going there, slamming the players on perhaps 2 goals that could have been avoided. Honestly, there was one from a throw-in that could have been defended better. And on transition is a tough one, because if your team is not good enough and quick enough, teams who have better quality will always punish you. I just think the positive has been them trying to pick out Yangon when they're playing out from the back. So maybe be a bit more adventurous when you see they're playing out to the right and left back from a goal kick. Push more players forward, outnumber them, and overload a 5v4 or a 6v4 in an area where it's closer to the opponent's goal. Maybe try and get one back from a mistake or of a false error of you working really hard defensively. And then, you know how football is, Andy. You get one goal back, and all of a sudden the players will be beaming with confidence they never had.
And for Tin Mongtun, for Yangon?
Oh, Bill on it. I just think they've managed it well. They certainly need to improve on decision-making in their own defensive third. A couple of times they've given away balls that should have not given away. But they should build on that transition from defense to attack. They've been really good. A great example is what you're seeing right now.
1-1 win. Bartho. Edmonton's come short, but it was the run of 1-1 win that Bartho was looking for as we end the first half with the home side very much on top, leading by 2 goals to 0. 1-1 win. Getting the second after half an hour, adding on to Ang Chio Nang's opener after 18 minutes when he slotted home from 6 yards out. Law Toyota with it all to 2. They're staring their second defeat of the competition in the face with 45 minutes to come. Yangon United 2, Law Toyota 0 at the half-time break.
Law Toyota conceded 2 on match day 1. They've conceded 2 in the first half of match day 2. Yangon United currently comfortably ahead at home in this Group F clash. 45 minutes gone. We'll take a look back at the first half and build you up to the other matches going on in AFC Cup match day 2 in a couple of minutes' time.
You've taken the call-up.
Wake up! It's game time.
Lived the sleepless nights. Stood together through the tough times. And celebrated the wins. And now Standard Chartered is giving you the chance to win a trip to Anfield. Simply go to the Fox Sports Asia website and tell us in 25 words or less why you should stand red at Anfield and never walk alone.
Sunday, UFC Fight Night. Joseph Benavidez takes on Davison Figueiredo in a power-packed flyweight title fight. Live Sunday on Fox Sports.
The stance of good driver. Oh, Matt use the special.
How would you like to take risks? Roger Federer, because he's my hero.
First we kissing and hugging. All we lovers are friends. Then it's pushing and shoving. All we lovers are friends. Ooh.
First ever time these two sides are facing up head to head in this AFC Cup. Bartho just making his way onto the pitch. Really good pacey forward and a really good outlet for Yangon United, who have signed the poster boy of Myanmar football in the off-season in 1-1 win. Raider hits the handshakes, the big Liberian referee. Didn't mess with him, Stan, I know that. facing up head-to-head in this AFC Cup.
First we kissing and hugging, all we lovers are friends. Then it's pushing and shoving, all we lovers are friends.
Previous years, Hanoi FC having big support. Previous years, Hanoi FC having big support at Jalan Besar Stadium as well. But of course, Hougang being the best supported club in Singapore football, I fully expect the Hougang Hoos to turn up as well and, try to give these Vietnamese away fans a bit of run for their money.
All right, Gabriel Tano, great stuff. We'll check in with you later on with the team news. In the meantime, go and find some air conditioning because it's looking very hot out there at Jalan Besar Stadium. And gents, as we take a look at Group F, of course, we're taking into account that currently Yangon are leading, and that gives extra incentive to Hougang to do well tonight, Roshan.
It certainly does, and again, they got off to a great start on match day one, picking up 3 points there against Laos Toyota. They're going to be coming up against a very strong Ho Chi Minh side, and I think it gives Hougang that opportunity to really set a marker down here. And if they pick up 3 points against the Vietnamese team, it puts them in a really good position going forward. First place, of course, guaranteed into going into the next round, and then it's the best runner-up from the 3 groups. So, there's 3 really good teams there in Yangon, Hougang, and Ho Chi Minh that are vying for top spot there.
Absolutely. Our coverage of Hougang United versus Ho Chi Minh City live from Jalan Besar Stadium in Singapore begins at 7 p.m. in the Hong Kong time zone. That second match in Group F. We'll be building up to that one after the conclusion of the first match in Group F. It is currently 2-0 to Yangon United up against Laos Toyota. Can the home side capitalise on that lead? In the second half, we'll bring it to you live from the Tuwuna Stadium in a couple of minutes' time here on Fox Sports Live.
You've taken the call-up.
Wake up! It's game time.
Lived the sleepless nights. Through the tough times. And celebrated the wins. And now Standard Chartered is giving you the chance to win a trip to Anfield.
AFC double strike.
Larkin Stadium in Johor, royalty in the house.
Asia's theatre of football.
What a goal!
Where the passionate fans inspire clubs to chase continental glory.
Well, it's absolute class.
AFC double strike. Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Live on Fox Sports.
Pep's treble, Jurgen's European triumph, Ollie's challenge, and Frank's return to the bridge. That's yesterday's news. We go again, looking ahead to a brand new football season. And through all the twists and turns, I'll be there to give my take. Trust me, there's going to be plenty to discuss.
All you need is love. This is Sportimology, and we're talking about love. What's love got to do with tennis? Love actually is derived from the French word l'œuf, which means egg. Eggs look like zero. L'œuf sounds like love, and voila! A tennis term was born. It's an altogether different kind of love story. This is Sportimology, and we'd love to see you again.
Welcome to the Hero Indian Super League.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's hot and sticky here at the Tuana Stadium in Yangon. Yangon United, though, will be happy for a half-time break as they lead by 2-0. Chance to refresh and regroup and push on to get that goal difference up, because at the moment they are by far and away the better team. Laos defending well at times against the Yangon United side, who love to keep the ball, love to pass the ball around and get the ball down the flanks, bringing in their striker Ernest Barfo. But 2 lapses of concentration on their left-hand side for Lao Toyota has meant that Yangon United stay the way they are. They'll be looking to get at least a point. All 3 will take them back to the top of Group F. Other AFC action for you sees Svei Rieng in action against Bali United. Ceres Negros up against Tan Quang Ninh. Don't look to be any changes at half-time. We'll go through the 2 sides for you in just a moment. Ali Raider gets us underway, and Goran Jurkovic leads his Lao Toyota side in the blue, kicking from left to right as they aim to get back from 2 goals down. Here's Jurkovic. Text done really well. Shuri. So look at that Yangon United side for you. Chortsin Tet in goal, and the skipper. The back 4 comprising of Min Chio Kant, Hung, Ernest and Zani Tet. Just ahead of them is Mong Mong Win and Murata Shori. And then on the flanks, Mong Mong Win and Zim Min Toon like to swap and change from left to right respectively. Ernest Barfo and Hung Cho Naing operating down the middle. There is the win, who's taken up a position on the left-hand side. For Lao Toyota, it's Sandala in goal. The back 3 of Yusuf Bamba, Norihiro and Piapong, protected by a midfield 4 of Susavath, Fithak, Manalom and Saison. And Suksavan, Goran Jurkovic and Laesio up front. for the Laotians. Here is Win. Outside of him is Mangwangwang.
Well, he's tried that a couple of times now. A bit too confident, I must say. A bit too much showboating. He's done some good bits in that 45 minutes, but you like Mangwangwin to get more involved, to show more of his individual prowess, especially in a game where I could say they're cruising 2-0.
Former Malaysian international Stanley Bernard alongside me this afternoon. Here. When you find yourself 2-0 down at the break, Stan, what words of encouragement can you do as a player to get your mind set for a comeback?
Well, I think that the one most notable thing is players say to themselves when they're down 2-0, let's get one back. And you work towards it. You try and identify situations where possibly you could try and create chances. Sometimes what helps is also getting closer to the opponent's goal. A good build-up play, which ends up in a good try, in a good chance. You're threatening the opponent, you're looking at probably destabilizing them for a phase in the game. If you get a goal, that makes a difference. If it's not, then you just got to keep working on it.
Zani Tet, it's a really nice run down the channel by Naing. Garfo screaming for it, gets the header, but the ball's gone out of play. Again, that right-hand side looking profitable for Yangon United.
Yeah, I think Chia is really clever from Zin Min Tun, because he just knocks away, and then perhaps at that very bit could have just probably got to the ball a bit earlier. He ran out of space, but again, just showing a bit of experience. Zanitat again, a little vision in him to see that little space and thread that ball down that side.
Well, Toyota have only ever won one game in their 19 previous matches in the AFC Cup. They've lost 11 of their last 12 games, including the last 6 in a row. There's here. Say something. It's turned by there. And wins the visitors' third corner kick of the match. Chance for Nori Hero, Yusuf Bamba to make their way forward. Lots to love about Southeast Asian football, not least the ultras and the fandom that accompanies it. With this man will ever get a move. A big move, that is. To one of the bigger leagues. 1-1 win. Still young. Substitution then on the way as Loon Lassie is set to come on for the fifth act. Should take up his position in the centre of the midfield. The left foot of Lersia. Can Lao Toyo get themselves back into this? It's going fast stick. Here's the substitute now. Kant. You watch that shadow creep across the Tuana Stadium. It does offer some respite as Jurkovic tries to find Suksavan. Just wondering whether Suksavan, Somsonith and Lersia might consider switching sides or perhaps working a little bit closer with Goran Jurkovic. Manilon has Norihiro up top, as well as Jurkovic, who's on the back stick, but it's really delivered to him. Jurasingh Goran Jurkovic, Stanley, during his time at Negri Sembilan. I'm sure you remember him playing for the likes of Hougang United, Bangkok class.
Yeah, I just haven't seen enough of him tonight. I just think when he plays with better components around him, he's actually a focal point, he's a fulcrum of the attack. We've seen bits of him when he's allowed to handle 2-3 players, and a good ball played to the ground, he holds it well. A good ball played towards his chest, he has a good touch on him. He's just strong. He allows players to run off him, but clearly Laos Toyota is a place where perhaps he needs to do more than he did in his previous teams in Negri Sembilan in Buriram.
Just recently joined the club as Jurkovic. Been with Laos Toyota and Vientiane for a couple of months now. Lovely quiet part of the world, Vientiane. Stan, ever been? Beautiful capital city there of Laos.
Yes, I have been there. I was just checking my memory bank.
Just 4 wins in their 12 in the 12 last AFC games for Yangon United, so this will be a real fillip as Bartho goes steaming forward. Nice control there is Bartho. Saesong Kunsama in the way. Corner number 2 for the home side. Yangon hoping that Momon Win's delivery this time is better than his first. And there's it's decent, it's to the far stick. Wonderful cross. It took Suktavi completely out of the picture. And Ungcho Naing couldn't quite connect at the far post.
Yeah, just like the pace and the bend. Really sure what was Suktavi having in his mind, because he's almost like he's seen a different height to what we were seeing and a different measure to what we were seeing with the flight of the ball. And all of a sudden he's that ball's just gone past him.
Yes, yeah. A bit cooler on the flank for the RCO. Might see a lot more of him now. Corner number 4. Saison wanted it short, but it will be the left foot of the RCO. Bamba at the far post. Might look to make a run near post, but here he is, far post. Bamba, great save by Zintet. And Jokovic, I think, has bounded it over the line. Nori Hero will claim it. And Laos Toyota, step by step, have got themselves back into this one. Yangon United 2, Laos Toyota 1.
Well, we've always been talking about how do you handle yourself. I mean, a good question you ask when you're down 2-0. Well, you take whatever it comes. Nori Hero with the outside of his, was it right boot? Just make sure he had enough on it. There you go, left boot outside on his tip of his toe actually. And a little bit of a kung fu in there. Just puts enough power. There you go, whatever it takes. Not a goal that you see every day. But this could be a turning point here if Yangon are not cautious.
The problem is, Stan, they've been here before. They've led by 2-1 in match day 1. There were 2-1 up in domestically over the weekend, and both times they came away with a 2-2 draw. It's a real fillip for Laos Toyota.
Well, all I can say is those experiences helps today. Because the players who know what that feeling is, to let it slip.
Well, it was a goal from nothing, wasn't it? A corner kick that should have been cleared, but Tin Mong Tun, the coach of Yangon United, will be bitterly upset at that. Ratashori to Mong Won Win. There's Mong Won Win. Saison. Laesio, and all of a sudden, you know, there's a bit of a spring in the stride of the visitors.
Yeah, the game's been in a very weird space. I think Yangon's been okay, not great, up 2-0. Don't think they held enough possession. It was one. They weren't threatening enough. They kind of allowed Laos Toyota to focus on themselves. Had a couple of chances we saw from the corner. The only notable ones perhaps in the first 15 minutes of the second half. And well done, Laos Toyota. They pounced on a chance. Now they've made this game really interesting.
Hougang here at the Tuana Stadium, 2-1 to Yangon United. But it's Laos Toyota with the wind in their sails at the moment after pulling a goal back through Nori Hero. Yangon looked to be cruising at the half-time interval. Hongchon Naing and Mongwon Win on the score sheet. In the first half that they dominated, but it's been a different story a quarter of an hour into this second half. Ernest. Shori. Menelon. Bamba. Susabath, where Bamba knocks it out. Again, we call the physio on. Zimington double teamed. So the Laos Premier League champions starting to edge their way back into this game. 4 times winners domestically. Win. Hung. Zimington comes across and clears it. It's a nice turn by Susabath. Mangalong can't get there. Mon wins, spreads it out wide. There's here.
What the fuck is this?
The change then, as we see Kin Zinu come on. Zinu, 25. Placing Zimington. It'll be like for like as well. Sent something there, didn't he?
Yeah, great little idea. I just think, again, Parfa stands in between the centre backs. Good little target man to have. He's really proactive.
Offside as well. No VAR in the AFC Cup this year. Right, another set piece then for Laos Toyota. 20 minutes gone in this second half. They're on the up. I tell you what's that goal here. And they really start to believe that they can pick up their, well, not just first point of this AFC Group F, but maybe all 3. So what's the instruction then from Tin Wong Tun for his Yangon United side, Stan?
Well, they've got to make the opponents worry about them. I just think Laos Toyota has been allowed to try and focus on how to get back into this game, as you're seeing. Just bits and pieces from Yangon United, not consistent enough for me in the second half. Laos Toyota have done enough to get that 1 goal. They'll probably do enough if this carries on to get a second.
John Naing, ahead of him is Barfo, but Naing goes alone.
Well, a bit of urgency, a bit of intent, which you've not seen in the second half. Just to narrow it down to maybe comparing to the first half. It's the bits that we're seeing right now. John Naing being able to drive the ball. We saw Zimington do that. We saw Momong Rin do that. We saw Bafa do it. Especially on transition. Whenever Laos Toyota went out to attack, Yangon looked really threatening. Second half, don't think we've seen that.
Win. 1-1 win outside of him. Thought about coming close to collect, but here's Murata Shori. Really high press from the visitors. Oh, and it's given away. Lacio, still Lacio, the Brazilian. Oh, what an interception by Ernest. Really good play by Law Toyota as they put a full court press on the home side.
Yeah, great piece of defending, I must say. And there's Abu Bakr just making sure those long, lanky legs was used in the right way.
And the resulting corner to Jerkovic. Get a good connection.
Yeah, that loose touch, dangerous. Could have easily been the equalizer. Jerkovic will look at that again. Say he could have buried that.
Offside here, but Law Toyota really threatening Tim Mung Tung's side midway through this second half. Very much game on.
Well, again, you're finding space. He was off, but Yangon did not allow that in the first half. That alone speaks volume of a huge improvement of the Laotian side in the second half, just having a bit of belief. Opponents perhaps think that they've got a comfortable 2-0 lead. Lowers the intensity of play. They got to pick themselves up, Yangon.
Tony Tet, 1-1 win. It's a free kick. Win with the eyebrows. What does that mean? As Bartho goes close. And the edge of the area. Ooh, and it fizzed off the ground. Did 1-1 Win's effort. Took a bobble and a bounce. Nice control by the Lacio. They have to go by himself, but Ernest makes his way back. 1-1 win.
Maybe one of the few chances as the Mong win, as we are seeing. We have a Mong win, was a bigger name, I must say. Had a chance. Don't think he caught it well. That's why you see that little wobble before he arrives at Suktawi.
Perfect. What a strike. Sending with his right foot. No, it's 1-1 win. Goodness me.
Well, that's what he has in his locker. Mong win. Nice layoff. I like what Bafa does because that pass speaks to you. Take it on your first strike. Because if you played it any harder, then Monglino probably needs to take a touch before he decides what he's going to do. But that ball sets it up, whiskers away.
Win. Win wins it back, and impressively so. Nying. Wing taken off his toes there by Manalong. With the club since 2009 is Tin Wong Tun, taking over from Mio Minton. Corner number 3 for the Lions. Cleared by Sesong. As far as Zani Tet. Still 4 weight in the area for Yangon. Is dangerous and well collected by Suktavi. Another set piece for the visitors. They've scored from one of them in the 58th minute. That man there, Norihiro, pouncing on the half clearance. And Jun Fukuda will be hoping for more of the same here. 16 on the clock. Goran Jurkovic comes near post. Yusuf Bamba has gone far post. Jurkovic, Bamba! Oh! Somehow that ball has eluded both of them.
Yeah, first I think the delivery found the right place, but somehow I think Jurkovic was a bit too focused, I must say, on him just trying to get perfect contact. At times you just got to be a bit more brash, you know, you go towards that ball. You just got to attack it at times. I think he was more like he was waiting for the ball to come to his head, and then he lost direction. Now, we coughed up 2 chances to equalize.
Just wondering whether he should have got a shout there from Yusuf Bamba. Tim Mong-tung knows his side needs a third, because they're not looking as comfortable as they were in the opening 45 minutes. Here's Ernest Barth, though. Zenu feeds it down the left-hand side to more Min Chur Khan, but he's overcooked that.
Really think at the moment, the way this game is going, the way It's in a very weird space. I can't even mention who's actually dominating the game. But certainly we can say Laos Toyota has had the best of the chances in the second half. And I must say it's favouring them at this point to get at least an equaliser, more than Yangon to get a third.
Savan landing awkwardly there. You ever done that, Stan? Landed on the base of your bottom from a height.
Well, the ones that I landed awkwardly ended up in the hospital with a anterior cruciate ligament reconstruction.
I've seen a face down stretchered off before. That's going to bruise. 12.5 on the clock. And now Toyota knocking on the door. It's perfect playing conditions now at the Tuana Stadium. Tim Tong looking nervously on. So he's looking nervously on, but he barked out some instructions there. He wants more from his players, and here they come forward through Mon Wong Nguyen. Looking for Barfo, cleared by Bamba. Ernest. For his namesake, Ernest Bartha. Some of the other players taken a lot of knocks, be upon player to land awkwardly. Manilon, nicely done by Manilon. He has a crack. Zinu, win. Cunningham has come on for Lau. Wins header, looking for Naeem. Days to go until the World Cup's down. Just thought I'd mention it. Nice play by Chia. Which is in the area. It's a crucial interception though by Minchur Kyant. Manalon.
Yeah, never sat. Never had to believe in himself when he unleashed that shot. If only he had prepared himself and had a bit more conviction in trying to execute that shot, he could have forced save, perhaps put that ball on target. But again, Laos Toyota, it's a lot of stop and start here. The fouls with the changes going on. It's favouring neither of the teams, I must say.
Patavi comes into the centre of midfield. That's the last of the action for Manalon. It's great play by Monwin who can seal it. Great save by Subtavi. He's kept them in it there.
Well, he must be ruining this chance. Well, nicely done. Just take hero to the cleaners, but not so down. Purely because I think he showed a little bit too much at the very end. Subtawi's legs doing really well to keep his team rightly so, with a chance to at least get an equalizer.
Second of the game. The cross once again coming from the right hand side. Long Cho Naing stealing in the 6-yard area. It means Yangon United lead by 3-1.
Well, massively against the run of play, but most importantly, you can say that is them sealing this game. Again, it's that combo. Hougang United delivering the final touch. It was all about Barfas. Little hole, little turn, little vision to put the ball right on the ground, and then Hougang making sure he was first to react. And that's what good finishers do.
Cho Naing, international. I remember him playing in Singapore for Balestier Khalsa. It was a couple of years ago, back in 2017. Susavat. Looking for Jakovic, and it needed to be cleared away from Lacio.
Well, you must feel for Laos Toyota. They've done really well in the second half. And then I think the huge difference is Yangon's got match winners in them. They've got players who can turn on the heat against the run of players. You've seen Mongwin almost putting 3 goals to 1 ahead, but he missed that chance. But came back again. It's almost in the same play. Ong Chonai making sure he earned a beautiful pass from Barfa into the 6-yard box. And that's the big difference. Gotta make it count.
Just over 2 minutes remaining of normal time. Comes on for Ernest Bartho. 23 years of age. Very much a regular for the Myanmar national side. There's here. 3-24 in the centre. Just on the edge of the area. Sneaky suspicion it could have just been inside. The line belongs to the attacker, right, Stan? He's a bit planted on the line of the 18-yard area.
Well, I think the linesman plays a huge role, as the name suggests.
Yes, yeah. On ball it is. It's a penalty to Law Toyo To. It'll be the last kick of the 90. We've still got stoppage time.
Well, I think Lasio's well driven, and then there's an extension there.
And the substitute, Nien Chang Ong.
Good call from the referee. He's got it spot on.
Goran Jokovic wants it real bad. I don't think Lasio's going to let him.
They must be good friends.
The new signing at the club, Stan, if you were on penalty duties, would you give it to him? So, the Brazilian. Lacio calmly done. It's 3-2 with just stoppage time to play.
Well, Q as a cucumber. I don't think Jokovic doesn't have any issues with that. Lacio nailing it. As I mentioned earlier, you must feel for them. I know there's minutes left. They could still get the equalizer. But against the run of play, Yangon got a third goal. He shows how important that goal is as he stands right now. And I believe we will see an onslaught. Try and get an equalizer from Laos Toyota. And Yangon will try and defend their lives.
Goodness me, Yangon United can't throw this away, can they? Win. Ninh had made a lovely run into the centre. Hero clears it. He's the goal scorer, Chia. Looks up, looking for the run of Jurkovic. Here's Jurkovic. Oh, takes on one, can't get past Ung. Can he control this? Ticket on in the bed of him there.
Well, clearly Jurkovic nowhere near a player who should have finished the 90 minutes. He's got no more legs in him.
Win. Oh!
That's just really poor by his standards. He's actually been disappointing from the sides tonight. I know he's got on the score sheet. His delivery's just been a bit too complacent.
Nori Hero. Shots for handball. Nori Hero now an emergency centre forward. And that's it. 5 goals here at the Tawana Stadium. Yangon United running out 3-2 winners. They were 2-0 up at half-time through goals through Ninh and Nguyen. And then Nori Hero made it interesting 8 minutes into the second half, stabbing home from 4 yards. Ninh then got his second of the game to make it 3-1 with 5 minutes remaining. And then a penalty in the 90th minute after a handball by substitute Nguyen Chang-ong. When Laosio had the chance to fire straight down the middle to make it very interesting in stoppage time. So Yangon United moved to the top of the table, albeit Hougang United have played a game less. They're now on 4 points from 2 games played. Laos Toyota still looking for their first points of the campaign.